Hi family, welcome back to Love the Life. I hope you've seen our other videos that we've made on our trip here in the Riviera Maya in Mexico. Make sure you check out those videos. We also vlogged several of our days, but we also wanted to make a video sharing with you what it's like to travel during the coronavirus pandemic. I know many of you are probably thinking about doing so, but we hope that if you have a little bit of wanderlust and you were looking to travel, that you can also maybe through our video learn whether it's safe to do so, whether you're comfortable doing so.
And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below so that you can check out all of our videos, all of our previous videos, because this is a vlog channel about our family and us, so you can be a part of our family and get the latest from us.
All right, let's get started.
I've been waiting all my life for something. I've been down the darkest roads and up in the clouds.
Well, the first part of a trip, of course, involves getting to the airport, getting through security, and getting on the plane. The airport, we noticed, was actually, there was a lot less people. We live in Atlanta. Atlanta, Hartsfield-Jackson Airport is the busiest airport in the world.
Normally.
But this time, like, it was a breeze. There was hardly anybody there. Definitely was people there, but a lot less than usual.
And especially if you're traveling international, there's very much of a difference in the area that you're having to go through TSA for the domestic flights versus the international flights. There's literally no one there in the international area. So you're still gonna need to be there on time, but don't expect there to be a whole crowd of people.
But still get there on time. Like there's unforeseen things. Like, for example, I forgot to take my drone and the camera out of the bag, and that delayed us quite a bit.
He had to be searched twice.
And then they actually
on his butt.
And I went through security, and they said the second time I went through security, they thought I had something. I was carrying something in my butt. I said maybe I'm just packing a little bit back there, but so they had to actually pat me down on my butt. But that's a whole nother story. But yeah, so we make it through security. We're in the airport. Something you'll notice is that inside the actual airport, everything is closed except for the gift shops.
Yes. So even like the when we got to the airport in Mexico, there, like the duty-free areas, they're all shut down. Like there's nothing open. All of the water fountains are closed, and generally I use my water bottle. I empty it out before I get through security so I can use it in the airport and on the flight. But all of the water fountains are shut down just because of the safety precautions for COVID, so just expect that.
Then when you get on the plane, we flew Delta. Now I know that American Airlines and some other airlines are opening up all of their seats. So if you fly those airlines, you may be sitting by strangers. We flew Delta, and Delta was great because Delta closed down the middle seat. So we bought 2 tickets, of course, and just buying 2 tickets, we have the whole row, because you can only buy the aisle seat and the window seat.
Yep.
And so I was able to then scoot from the aisle seat over to be next to her and fill the middle seat, but there's nobody else on our row.
Yeah, and there's a lot less people just because of that, because they're trying to do every other seat, so there's not going to be a full flight when you get there. And they do require you to wear your mask throughout the whole flight. So obviously when you're eating or something, which by the way, there's no food. The only thing that they give you is some water or something to drink, and they have individualized snack bags for each person. So if you wanted a snack, it's like a compilation in like a little Ziploc bag, and they give that to you. But other than that,
you get all your snacks and your water, like.
But there's no meals, nothing, because of the precautions.
And then, of course, when we arrive in Mexico, something that I think we were both surprised about when we got to Cancun is immigration was packed.
Yes.
Like packed.
Yes, it was.
Now, in TSA in the States and in immigration in Cancun, Mexico, they have stickers on the floor to get you to social distance, 6 feet apart. It was actually 5 feet in Mexico, 6 feet in the States. But in Mexico, at the immigration, at the customs, I call it immigration. It's not immigration. Is it immigration?
It's customs.
It's customs. At the customs, we it was like people. There were so many people.
Yeah.
You'll see, and nobody was social distancing. Like,
yeah, and you could tell most of the people were coming from the U.S.
Yeah.
So.
And there, in fact, there's a special lane for people that are Mexican citizens to go through. Everyone else, but the people that were coming from a different country, it was almost all Americans. By Americans, of course, we mean people from the United States.
Right. And one thing that you'll notice is that throughout the whole experience, going into customs, going in throughout the airport at the different stations of where they stop you, you have to use a sanitizer, and they will check your temperature throughout the whole process. When you go through to get on your flight, and then when you're coming into the international airport at your destination, they will be checking your temperature throughout that whole time.
Then after we got through customs in Mexico, there's actually a giant like thermal station that is manned, and you walk through just this area, and it's like a thermal sensor or something where as everybody walks through, they're checking what your temperature, what your body temperature is. Then when we got to Mexico, of course, we get on the transfer to our resort. Our resort, Secrets Maroma Beach, is closer to Playa del Carmen. So we had to take a transfer from the airport to our resort. And before you get on the transfer, they offer you sanitizer. You take the sanitizer. You have to wear your mask on the transfer. When we get to the resort, we get dropped off at the resort. You get out of the transfer, the resort. People are extremely nice, but they offer you sanitizer.
Right.
Whenever you go to eat at the resort, they take your temperature.
Yep.
They offer you sanitizer.
Even if it's outdoor eating, they check your temperature. They give you sanitizer. All of the locations of the like the eatery, like wherever you're going to go eat or getting into a new building or a new I don't know, restaurant, they will have right at the doorway, they'll have doormats that are full of soap and water, and you have to rub the bottom of your feet or bottom of your shoes to clean your shoes, and then they'll have a dry station. So each place you go to, they'll have that so that they can clean your feet as well.
On top of that, something Sandals is doing that I think
Sandals.
We didn't stay at Sandals. We stayed at Sandals for our honeymoon.
That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, like 10 years ago. But Secrets, something Secrets is doing that I think that other places are doing as well, is they actually have a cleanliness certification, that they have a list of things that is for the resort. It's not for you, it's for the resort. They have to meet all these standards just to kind of give you security on what's happening.
That's nice.
You know, we hesitated even traveling to begin with, but honestly, especially,
I kind of feel better out here, to be honest.
Yeah.
And especially coming from a place like Georgia, where we did open one of the earlier states to open up everything after quarantine, and then just some of the precautions that we have and have not done. I feel like Mexico in general has done a more thorough and kind of progressive type of opening, and very, very cautious, which I appreciate.
In fact, we took precautions before coming down here, because I mean, you're more likely to catch it where we're from in the States than you are down here, because there's more cases in the States. Like
when we walk around, which is another point, when you go to the different like tourist spots, like we did go to Xcaret, and we went to Explore, and then we had to get gas at one point because we were renting a car.
We had to go to Walmart.
Even going to Walmart compared to being back at home, like if you go to Walmart here, you are only allowed one family member at a time into the store. Like they will stop you right at the door. At the door, they have the greeters there that have sanitizer. You have to take the sanitizer. You have to wear a mask. And they have every precaution there compared to, like, if you go to a store here, they're going to be doing stuff. They're going to be wiping down, like, the
in the States.
In the States. They're going to be wiping down, like the carts and stuff, but they're not going to require you to wear a mask. They're not going to be taking your temperature. They're not going to be doing all of that. Yeah, none of that stuff. So I feel like they're a lot more cautious here, which I appreciate, especially for one that's traveling and just coming from a place that's not just as cautious. So
not to go too long, we also, when we were at the amusement parks, sanitizer throughout the park. When you first go in, temperature check. When we sat down to eat, temperature check again.
Yep. And cleaning your feet when we go. Tripped on a couple of those things because we didn't know they were there.
I think all of the Riviera Maya is doing that. Cleaning feet, taking temperature, sanitizer, sanitizer, sanitizer. Really, if you're traveling, I think your main concern is not what you're gonna get here. Your main concern is making sure you don't bring it from the States if you're in the States.
I agree.
If you're watching this in the United States where the hotspot is.
And obviously we can only speak on our experience in Mexico. We can't talk about the other countries that are allowing U.S. citizens to come in right now, but obviously there's big differences, which is actually reassuring for us just coming here. Yeah.
So we're about to get on a flight and go home in the morning.
Leave.
Unfortunately.
But we do have to see our kids. We miss our kids.
Yeah, we can't wait to get it home to our kids. But if anything is different, leaving Mexico and going back to the States through customs in the States and stuff, we'll make sure and add that part.
Including if he gets stopped again and checked for something in his butt.
Something really? You gotta say it like that? You can't say in my pants. You have to say in my butt.
But they thought you had it in your butt. It wasn't just in your pants. So
I'm packing.
I don't know. But thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully you took something informative or something helpful from this video. Again, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and we love you guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Ow.